Hello there, and welcome to this episode of Ignition Time. Thank you so much for being a viewer and a subscriber. Now, on our channel, on the Ignition Time channel, our goal is to provide you with the latest news and the latest information on the economy, on the country, and matters that impact your money. Now, I have to be honest with you, I've been covering stimulus check news and unemployment benefit news for a long time, but I have greater goals and greater aspirations for our viewers. I want our viewers and subscribers to break free from the cycle of poverty that you see on your screen. I have personal experience breaking free from the cycle of poverty. I came to the United States as an immigrant with nothing. When you get a chance, check out my story. In fact, right here, here's my story. When you get a chance, check out my video so you learn a little bit about my story. But let's get back to the cycle of poverty on your screen for a second. The insidious thing, the dangerous thing about the cycle of poverty is it's very difficult to escape this cycle of poverty. It's very difficult to escape this cycle because this cycle, essentially, as you can see on your screen, reinforces itself. You can't get the right education, you can't get the right food, you can't get the right kind of nutrition, you can't get access to the right kind of people, you may not be able to have access to the right kind of financial education. One of the problems with education in general for those who are stuck in the cycle of poverty is they may not get the right education in general, which then means that that individual is stuck in a low paying job and a job where they cannot achieve maximum productivity. If you're more educated and also if you're more experienced, your productivity by definition increases every year because by every year you get more experience. So the problem with the cycle of poverty is if you're stuck in a low wage job, not only is it difficult for you to get out of that low paying job to make a higher salary, but your overall productivity is never ever close to its full potential. And this reinforces the cycle of poverty and all the associated considerations. In fact, according to a brand new article on CNBC that you'll see on your screen right now, stimulus checks and unemployment benefits lift 1.6 million, 1.6 million of our fellow Americans out of poverty. And by the way, as always, we'll provide you with a link to all of our resources in the description section below. The $900 billion bill that was signed by former President Trump that led to the second stimulus check of $600, which people started getting in January. What it did was it helped people climb out of poverty because what it did is it lowered the poverty rate by zero point 0.5 points down to 11.3% in the month of January because it essentially helped people come out of poverty. And this was according to economists at the University of Chicago and the University of Notre Dame. Also, the pandemic aid, as you know, included $600 stimulus checks and unemployment benefits, $300 a week up until the 14th of March. Now, the $1.9 trillion American Rescue Plan intends to raise the booster from $300 a week to $400 a week through the end of August, potentially through September if there are amendments by the Democrats in the United States Senate. So keep in mind that without additional relief, we could see more and more of our fellow Americans slipping back into poverty. So what does this basically mean? When the $600 stimulus checks and $300 a week unemployment boosters started going out in January, this allowed 1.6 million of our fellow Americans to essentially climb out of poverty. Remember, individuals in travel, leisure, entertainment, and hospitality have lost their jobs. Individuals have lost their jobs permanently through no fault of their own. So this assistance from the government helped these individuals climb back out of poverty. But the same economists who came up with this research from these universities also said that these individuals could slip back into poverty and things could potentially get worse unless there is more stimulus and more help specifically for those who need it the most. Now, what is alarming is that between June and December of 2020, last year, more than 8 million of our fellow Americans fell into poverty because of all the issues I mentioned earlier in this video. You'll see this headline of this article from CNBC: Pain, despair, and poverty reach fever pitch for unemployed workers. Individuals who are unemployed, in many cases unemployed for 6 months or longer, that's technically classified as long-term unemployed, have seen their jobs vanish. How can you go back to work when there is no job to go back to? Entire sectors in travel, entertainment, leisure, and hospitality have been completely decimated. So, what is the federal poverty level? What is considered the poverty level? In 2021, the federal poverty level for a single filer, for an individual filing as a single filer, is $12,880. What about individuals who file as a family of four? What about a family of four filing taxes? That is $26,500. $500. That is considered the federal poverty level. Let's get back to the researchers from the universities I mentioned at the start of the article. In fact, here's the research paper that they put out on your screen right now. As always, we'll provide you with a link to all of our resources in the description section below. They said our latest poverty estimates for January 2021 indicate that this relief has reversed the recent trend of rising poverty. They are referring to the $900 billion package that was signed at the last minute by former President Trump. Now, the new $1.9 trillion stimulus package is going to do even more to lift people out of poverty because it's a much bigger, much more ambitious package with more than double the size of the stimulus checks of the second stimulus package, which was 600. This one is going to be 1400. Also, adult dependents age 17 and over will get the stimulus checks for the first time because they did not get the first stimulus check with the CARES Act. Neither did they get the second stimulus check, the $600 stimulus check. Now, despite the improvement in the poverty level, let me be clear, there is a disproportionate impact of poverty on African American individuals and Hispanic individuals relative to white individuals. So there is that disparity. Education also plays a major role. Poverty is 3 times higher for individuals with a high school degree or less relative to those with more education. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done to provide more accessible, more affordable education. And there's a lot of work that needs to be done for specific communities as well, so that we can collectively try and lift as many Americans as possible, one day, hopefully every American, out of poverty. There's the cycle of poverty on your screen one more time. This is the insidious cycle I was talking about at the start of the article. And once you break out of this, you can experience a cycle of wealth. I do have videos on our channel talking about financial freedom, talking about how to manage your money. So please check out those playlists as well. I hope that that'll be beneficial for you. I hope you learned something new from this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please click the like button. Please subscribe. Please enable notifications. Folks, if I had a crystal ball, you see that? By the way, that's an imaginary crystal ball. If I had a crystal ball, I would make it rain money. Check that out. I want you to look around you. Is it raining money? No, because I got to be honest with you. I don't have a crystal ball. Actually, I do. It's right here. And I can make it rain money. Check that out. I made it rain money. In fact, I have magical powers. I can even make it snow. Check that out. It's snowing now. Well, I ask you to exercise your magical power, and please give me a like. Please subscribe. Please enable notifications. I would really appreciate that. That's your magical power for me and my channel. I would really appreciate that. That helps out the YouTube algorithm. I hope you learned something new from this video, and I'm hoping that the stimulus checks and the unemployment benefits help more of our fellow Americans escape the cycle of poverty, just like the most recent stimulus did for 1.6 million of our fellow Americans. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Take care. Bye.